So who was the doctor?
Dr. McPherson is a major, and he attended me for Sue, and we got posted to Malta, and he was already there. He'd been posted to Malta, so he attended me also for Gillian.
So tell me what it was like in Malta for your second time.
Oh, it was lovely. It hadn't changed such an awful lot then, but I believe it's changed quite a lot now. The big quarter we had there, it's quite a big one, 5 bedrooms, and it's been turned into a casino, all casinos, isn't it? I think it's a hot spot now. The only noise we got down there when we lived there was about 4 o'clock every morning. The fishermen would go down and call out to each other as if it was sort of broad daylight. And so we were very pleased to move up to Malta, which was the centre of the island, and you could get nice English water, which down below we had to have the water, drinking water, delivered by lorry, take out buckets and jugs, and use the other just for watering and washing up and baths. So anyway, did our first night in Malta, and at 4 o'clock in the morning we were woken up by a plane that sounded as if it was coming on our roof. And we found out in broad daylight, that our quarter was on the edge of a sort of hill where the aerodrome was just below us. And 3 months out of the year, in the summertime, they used to send people out from England to practice climbing up. So every morning we got disturbed by planes instead, but it was much nicer up there. You could see all around the island. And we were there when Princess Elizabeth and Philip visited. And the Maltese weren't all that kindly disposed towards us in those days. And I said to the children, now you must behave, and remember you don't live here, but they do, and they judge all of us by people that are out here, the way they are, so you've got to be good. And they changed, when she came out there, she made such a difference. They absolutely idolised her. They were running alongside the car and everywhere, saying Elisabetta, Elisabetta, they used to call her. And they changed completely. We'd already got several quite good Maltese hens out there. They were always all right. And we had a lovely social life out there. We used to get invited to lots of functions. The mayor of Malta was, I forget his name now, but he was very nice. Oliver or something Oliver, or Olivia. But he was very nice, and we used to get our mantelpiece was always filled with invitations. It was a lovely social life. When I came home to England, we lived in a civilian house for 2 years, Dalmeny House, and I spoke to the woman over the wall. My back door came out, her gardens were going that way, and ours butted onto it this way. And I said, good morning, and she looked as if I'd called her a nasty name. And she said, good morning, shot in. It's the only time in 2 years that I ever spoke to her. They didn't socialise at all around there. And it wasn't till I went to, where was that road, in Sutton, Albert Road, that I started up coffee mornings with my friends there. And then we used to go to each other's houses every, I think it was Wednesday, we'd meet. So that was nice. That's what we used to do in the army, arrange meetings. Because out there were big houses, you had to have live-in maids there, whether you wanted them or not.
And what did you do in Malta? Like, what did the kids all do and stuff?
Well, they went to school, and they'd just play outside. They had, behind us was a big parade ground, so they had lots of places to play. We had tennis courts there. We used to go and play tennis, and children would come over and watch. We used to go into Sleeman or Gleta. And my friend that I met out there, Nora, she was godmother to not the twins, Gilly. And she took me shopping and showed me how to bargain, but I could never do it. When they asked me for anything, I'd say yes. She said, no, you have to haggle. You must beat them down because they're terrible. They put the price right up here. If you don't beat them down, you're paying through the nose for everything. I felt awful doing that. I've never haggled in my life.